I call on Human Rights Watch.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished panelists. The values enshrined in the UDHR are as relevant and timeless today as they were 70 years ago. But it is also important to acknowledge the gap between its promise and its implementation. This is a challenging time for all who care about human rights, a time when core standards are under threat, when we are witnessing a rise in xenophobic populism, in racial and religious profiling, attacks on human rights defenders, and pushback against multilateral institutions, including this Council. It is therefore timely to reflect on what universality means 70 years on, and its applicability to today's challenges. It means that all human beings are entitled to full realization of all their rights, without exception. It means that migrants don't check their human rights at the border, despite the Hungarian Foreign Minister's shameful assertion to this Council that people are entitled to human rights, quote, where they live, and that migration is dangerous and must be stopped. It means that there can be no category of second-class human, whether they be Rohingya Muslims facing ethnic cleansing in Myanmar, women facing sexual violence in South Sudan, people of color subject to racism and policing in the US, Uyghurs and Tibetans unable to freely practice their religion in China, alleged drug users summarily executed in the Philippines, or LGBT people facing violence and discrimination in Russia. An injury to one is an injury to all. It means bringing full attention to economic, social and cultural rights, as well as civil and political rights. And it also means an end to selectivity. Of course, the opposite of universality is relativism, and we urge states to resist attempts to insert a sovereignty or relativist agenda into UN resolutions. The VDPA also affirms the essential work of civil society, and similarly important is strengthening multilateral human rights institutions, not defunding, undermining, or threatening to walk away from them. The UDHR hasn't changed. It's withstood the test of time, but has our commitment to its values. We'd ask the panelists what they see as the current challenges to its implementation and how we can work together to meet those challenges. Thank you.
I thank you very much.